Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way before the intro song even comes on. Yes, I'm wearing a hat. I think that's very bold and inventive and vulnerable of me. So if you don't have anything nice to say about the hat, I don't want to hear it. I'm trying something new. Let's eat some cookies. Thank you all for joining in this video with an open heart and an open mind about my hat. Here's what we're doing today. For those of you who don't know, chocolate chip cookies are my favorite dessert. Like a warm, fresh out of the oven, homemade chocolate chip cookie. I really don't think that there's much that can beat it. Okay, well, we knew that was gonna happen. And as much as I love my chocolate chip cookie recipe, I obviously have been working on it for years and years and years. I think it's perfect, but I'm annoying about it. And I don't give it out to people because it took me 8 years to make. And so I don't really give my chocolate chip cookie recipe out, which is fine. There's upwards of 1 billion on the internet anyway. So what I wanted to do is, let's say you don't feel like making your own chocolate chip cookie, you just want to pick up some cookies from the grocery store next time you're out. Baby, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to let you know what's the best grocery store chocolate chip cookie. But here's the twist. That's it. There's no twist. I tried every grocery store chocolate chocolate chip cookie, so you did not have to. We have 7? Yes, we have 7 chocolate chip cookies here from 7 different grocery stores. Before you ask, yes, it was very annoying to go to all of them, but it was so worth it because I cannot wait to make this video. I was very surprised at some of the selections, some for good reasons, some for not so good reasons. Here's my honorable mention. Nestle Toll House like break and bake cookies. You can't go wrong, especially because then you get to make, like, it's already made for you. That's my trick. Here's a chocolate chip cookie trick. If you do make your own chocolate chip cookies at home, always, always, always make a double batch and then freeze half of the batch. Because then you can just pop your cookies in the oven at whatever temperature you bake your cookies at, and then you have fresh, hot chocolate chip cookies, which is, like, that's kind of the only way I eat a chocolate chip cookie. Like, I'm not gonna want like an old, hard, crusty chocolate chip cookie. Some people like that, and I love that. And I think that's a very cute trait, but it's not my favorite. So, we went to Ralph's, Sprouts, Trader Joe's, Gelson's, Whole Foods, Bristol Farms, and Pavilion. Here's another interesting thing. As we go through these, I'm gonna tell you about them. That's not interesting. That's how I do every video that I've ever done. So, what should we start with? Let's start with Ralph's. Let's just go across the board this way. So we are going to start with our Ralph's cookies. They're falling apart. These are our Ralph's cookies. The thing about these is they came in like a little plastic container and you had to get a whole container of them. You couldn't buy just one cookie from Ralph's. Smells very sweet. Not a ton of like color on it, but that's okay. It's very sweet. I think it's maybe a little under seasoned. There's not a ton of flavor coming through. And part of that is because there's not a lot of color on it. The Maillard reaction that happens when that sugar caramelizes gives it like a whole new layer of flavor. And since this doesn't have it, it's sort of missing that extra like depth. But I'm gonna give that, let's just do out of 5. I'm gonna give that 2 chocolate chips because it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely nothing special. Like, I will, if I didn't have a video recording of it, I would never in my life remember I've eaten that cookie. You know what I mean? It exists in the world as a cookie, but not in my world. This is the Sprouts cookie, and I don't know if you guys can see it. It came fully broken. And obviously I know that like when you eat, it's gonna break up in your stomach. And my dad always used to fucking do that. I would get a candy bar, I'd get like a Kit Kat and it would be broken. And I would try to go back and put it back and get a new one. He's like, it's gonna fucking end up in the same place anyway, Irene. And I was like, okay. I know that it doesn't ultimately matter that it's broken because it's gonna be in the same place anyway, Irene. To me, the aesthetics of it was not as nice as some of the other ones. So I'll just show you one of our little pieces. This one's got some nice caramelization. This one was really spread out and very wrinkly on the edges, which to me means they either didn't use quite enough flour or used a little too much butter. And by the taste of it, I think maybe they used too much butter. But that's not really a bad thing in my book. I just like when they're not quite as flat. Yeah, this one gets 2.5. 2.5, still good. So far, both of these have been made in grocery stores that had like a bakery inside of them. Trader Joe's is our first chocolate chip cookie where they do not make it fresh there. It comes packaged, but this is their chocolate chip cookie. Definitely really cool looking. This is the only salted chocolate chip cookie that we have, and that's how I usually like mine. So I'm curious to see how this one turns out. And it came in a pack of 3. I've never had Trader Joe's cookies before. Oh, that's nice. The salt really adds to a chocolate chip cookie. Even if you are just doing the Nestle like break and bake cookies, throw some salt on them right after they get out of the oven. Like if you have nice flaky salt, or if you just have some like coarse ground kosher salt, it scientifically like makes your cookie taste better because it blocks the bitter receptors on your tongue. So the bitterness of the chocolate kind of gets canceled out. And then you're just enjoying this cookie like totally and completely with a little more flavor. So highly recommend adding salt to your cookies. This one's good. This is a 3. Okay, now we're moving on to our Gelson's cookie. It is very heavy, very well cooked. Oh, she is dense. That has some nice flavor in it. That one's really good. I like that one. If you guys have a Gelson's near you, those chocolate chip cookies, celeb. Okay, we're moving on to Whole Foods, another grocery store that has the bakery actually in store. I think Trader's is the only one that doesn't out of all 7, if that matters to you. This got a 3 also. The Gelson's one got a 3 also, which by the way, not to like pat myself on the back or anything, but I went to all of these stores this morning and I got back and I was filming a different video before this one. And halfway through that video, I realized that I hadn't gone to Gelson's and that I was gonna need to go back, and I was so pissed. Because it is definitely, fuck, I forgot to go to Gelson's. Fuck. It's fine. And now I'm actually very happy I did. That was a very good cookie. Okay, time for Whole Foods. This is very bendy. Oh. Also, Ralph's is the only one that you had to buy in a package. Does this have nuts in it? Oh, this has oats in it. It looks nice. This is so bendy, which don't get me wrong, like I like my cookies a little like soft. That's gonna get a 1. It feels kind of like oatmeal. Like it feels sort of like those baked oats that everybody's obsessed with. We're moving on to our final 2. When I went to Pavilions, I was sort of expecting them to just have like the same kind of vibe that Ralph's did, like some packages of cookies that they made whenever. But no ma'am, they went so hard. This is the Pavilion's cookie, huge. They also had this on one of those like very nifty warming trays, which I had only seen at Bristol Farms before, but I guess Pavilions has them now too. They also have the option of with nuts or without, and I got with too, but none of the other ones had it, so I didn't think it was fair. And this looks really nice, and it smelled really good when it was warm. So let's break her a little piece. Oh, she is chocolate the house. That's a great cookie, dude. Wow, what a f***ing sleeper. That's incredible. That's incredible. I'm sorry? That's so good. Hell yeah, okay. That's like a 4.5. Wow. It like still feels fresh baked somehow, and I got it like, I don't know, 4 hours ago. That's awesome. Good job, Pavilions. Last but not least, our final cookie of the day. We're doing the Bristol Farms cookie. I don't know if you guys have Bristol Farms where you are. It's a really nice store. It's beautiful. They have a lot of cool specialty items. I do know, and if you have a Bristol around you, you probably know about these cookies they have. Hold on. They even have these it's well known that they have like these cookies. And I remember one time I told my friend Avery, I was like, oh, I'll be right there. Like I'm gonna run into Bristol. He was like, can you get me one of the cookies? And I was like, okay. So Bakery Fresh, the cookie. Get serious about chocolate. First of all, I'm always serious about chocolate. Packed with Belgian chocolate and toasted walnuts. Share the love. So I guess these do not come without nuts, which is fine. I love nuts. The cookie is best when served fresh and warm from our oven. At home, warm for 30 seconds in the microwave. That's fine. Oh, they give the list of ingredients. Belgian chocolate's their first ingredient. There must be a ton in there.
Wheat flour, toasted walnuts, butter, sugar, egg, sugar, cinnamon.
I mean, this looks like a very nice cookie. The heaviest by far. Let's see, let's break her open. She's a thickie too. I mean, that's good. Oh, I got a little salt in that bite. I mean, that is delicious. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. And again, the Pavilions one and the Bristol one are stored on like these warming blocks or whatever. So you get them and they're really warm and smell so good and they make your car smell fantastic. I mean, that's a great cookie. That's a 4 for sure. But wow, I was expecting the Bristol Farm one to be the winner for sure. Pavilion's coming in and stealing that title is pretty cool actually. Good job, Pavilions, if you're watching. I hope you guys liked that. I had a lot of fun and hopefully I saved you a little bit of time and a little bit of money to not have to go and try all of these yourself if you're as big of a chocolate chip cookie head as I am. I can't wait to hear what you think about this video. Let me know what other things you want me to pit against each other and save you some time on figuring out. I really liked filming it and so I would really like to do more. I will see you guys very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. It helps me out a lot. It helps you know when my videos come out. Have the best day, have the best week, and I will see you later. Bye. And maybe wear a hat sometime. Maybe test your own little boundaries.